Well, convicted racist Vicki Momberg is appealing her sentence in the South Gauteng High Court today. Momberg, if you remember, was released in August after serving 4 months of a 2-year sentence. The state and defence will present heads of argument. Let's go to our reporter, Kaya Kumalo. He's at court for us this morning. Kaya, very good morning to you. And it seems Vicki Momberg just won't go quietly, will she?
Well, definitely not, Yuveka. It's a very protracted battle dating back to 2016 when she really uttered the K word for more than 48 times. And obviously we saw a very far-reaching judgment being passed by the Randburg Magistrate Court. And now Ms. Momberg is trying to have that particular judgment being overturned. And we also understand that she's going to represent herself, especially after she had a very acrimonious relationship with her lawyer.
All right, Kaya, so do we know, I mean, in this process, obviously they're going to be calling witnesses or I don't know, are they going to be calling people for both sides to talk about, would there be character witnesses? And it would be hard to imagine, you know, after what we saw and what we heard in that video all these years ago, back in 2016, that anybody would want to come out in support of Vicki Momberg. What have we seen over the course of this of her court battle? Have we had anybody who's had anything good to say about her?
Well, I'm afraid, Yuveka, it's been a very tough and a very precarious journey for Ms. Momberg. So no one really has come positively to say they support her argument. But we saw during the course of her appearance at the Randburg Magistrate Court where her lawyers were saying she faced an emotional storm where she was a victim of a smash and grab, and then subsequent to those events, she decided to utter a very uncalled for remarks. And we know during the course of this particular case in the magistrate court, the magistrate was also very strict in saying her utterances of such words really demeaned and really just caused so much harm to the integrity of the police officer who was trying to assist her when she was facing a very hard situation. And she only resorted to using such a very derogatory word, a K word. Given the context of South Africa, the K word has always been known to be that word that is absolutely abominable, that shouldn't be uttered anyhow.
So do we have any idea what she's been doing since she was released in August after serving just 4 months of that sentence, where she's been and what she's been up to?
Well, we know that it's been such a very tough ride for her as well. There was a point where she was actually serving her sentence for over 4 months, and we saw reports that, in essence, she was not really getting rehabilitated. There was a point where some correctional services department officials really were taken aback by her behavior, given the fact that she should have learnt her lesson. But then, whenever I really interacted with her from time to time, she'll always to try and put a brave face and say she's coping very well, and she has always denied vehemently that she's a racist. She always says that it was just one freaky incident where she uttered the K word, and it's not really in her nature that she's a racist. She does have some black friends, so those are some of the points that she's always raising.
So the standard cliched responses when we are faced with racists and convicted racists as well, Kaya. So just very quickly, and we know from what we heard at the time that there had been other people, like somebody who worked at her office as a domestic worker or a woman, who had also recounted experiences of bad treatment by her. So I don't know if I believe that this is the first time that she had said something like this, or that she's really not racist.
Well, in actual fact, you're right there, Yuveka. There has been a number of instances where she has been caught up really uttering such a derogatory word. But also, more importantly, you know, there was a point where she was in this very fierce argument with her lawyer, who happens to be a black guy, and she was labeling him as very incompetent. So hence now the lawyer decided to withdraw the services because he reached a point where he was saying he couldn't couldn't really take it anymore, especially because they were trying to assist her. Even the magistrate, Pravina Raghunandan, at the Randburg Magistrates Court was very vocally active in saying this is absolutely unfair. You can't be saying such things to a lawyer who's trying to assist you.
Yeah, she certainly hasn't done herself any favours. That's Vicki Momberg. Well, you let us know what's next in the drama of Vicki Momberg. Thank you very much, Khayelitsha Khumalo. He's at court for us this morning.